Hey, welcome back. So, I've started building a map, and loosely unrelated, that's happening. Is that everything? Okay, I don't care very much. So, no, that too. Whatever. Okay, fine. Oops.
Ooh, hey, free leather.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah, so, we have, well, we have a bit of an issue, but, we've expanded. We've moved around a bit. We have this. For one thing, this is in a stupid place in a couple of ways. The spawn point, well, is basically right here. If you, I don't have my compass out. If you keep an eye on the compass, you just sort of circle this banner, which we got in the end, and it always points to it, more or less, ish. Yeah. And these were just markers from the first time I noticed it. So this banner is here, and then like 15 meters away, you've got the, basically you are here bit. Which I guess, the smaller, well, technically the bigger map, but this map. Which doesn't actually have the spawn point, I guess. It'd be about here somewhere. That's zoomed out maps where you can get a whole lot of stuff. Each tile is like 128 meters squared, which, is pretty much from over there, being that, to here being that ish. So the two problems are, well, one, this is like there's nowhere to back up and see this without, I guess we could just fill in the water, but might want to move it back a bit. I do want it facing that direction because that way that's north, and, if you're trying to get an idea where you want to go, it probably helps to be looking, and then you turn to the right and you know where you're heading. The other problem is we've moved around a bit, so we have. Here's a quick and really half-assed world tour. Spawned there, went to the village there because we saw it immediately. There's my smokestack house thing. At some point, you wandered down and found a village here. So that's what we're connecting, and that's that farm bit. That's the kind of library bungalows, and that's the longhouse. That's the little pond with the fisherman stuff. And then don't know yet much. We probably do know. I just haven't filled it in. And then we immediately boated our way, and then suddenly, if you go about to this point in this direction, somewhere around here, there's like ice in the water, which is where I keep getting ice. I have a better idea for that though. Wandered this way until we, more or less on that line, that latitude, found the ocean monument that we spent too many days clearing out, getting rid of, and building a thing before we turned around and came back to here, because by that point we found this, and that took a matter of minutes because I just cheated. But now that's in place, and that one still exists, but I don't care very much. Moved, and then we got Ender Eyes. Through. Is that you?
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm going home to get sticks.
Oh, okay. Ender Eyed our ways to there, and went to the end. Mushroom Island, which doesn't suck to have. Although, you can see it's a few kilometers away. A couple. And then we, because I'd gone off, I've actually, relative to this map, been to about that turtle, looking around for stuff, and I tripped across a swamp. So we have the witch factory, which, if you look at the map where you can see stuff, because it's, small enough to be big, that's, if we're here somewhere, I guess we're not at the moment, half a kilometer south of the witch factory is at Plains Village. Which could stand to be on the map. So, a couple of things we want to do. Arguably, we could move this back to the north a bit so we have a little more room It doesn't really hurt anything here, but if I want to build a house on the spawn point, it might be... Well, it could just be an inner wall, I guess. Why the hell not? And apparently there'd be tracks running through the living room. The other factor is if the subbase is up there, then we have to go down into the water to finish out the wish factory before we get to that village. So we're going to want to build... We're going to want to go up higher than we have with this, and possibly back. It doesn't really matter too much about that. But the other thing is, this is really not easy, because you take a map... I don't have a map. You take a map and get to the point you want to be, which means you kind of have to have a map on you to know when you've left the map. Well, where am I? Then give me that one. Give me that one. Well, yeah, give me that one. What? It's not giving me that one. I'm a little concerned. What? Hey, then I must be hitting the wrong spot. I don't know what the hell. Huh. That's weird. Anyway, this is map ID 95, which is meaningless. 63, you can see there's no relation. But you know, I'm not on the map, but it shows me where I am, sorta. At some point, I think they've changed these, so the further you are from the map that you're holding, the smaller the little dot gets, which is kind of neat. And it still sort of tells you which direction you are relative to where you're trying to be. So if I wander this way, I can... there, now I'm on the map. So if I were going this way with the map, and I wanted to pull out the next map to fill it in, I've got... Is it going to work? How did I get this far into the map? It's just a little jumpy. Okay, so now I'm off the map. Once it stops being... Really? Once it stops being an arrow and becomes a dot, you're off the map, and now you can pull out a new one, which if I had a new one and pulled it out and opened it, would give me pretty much a clone of what's already on the board there. So... But then you get back here, and you've got ID number 63. It's really awkward trying to... I've basically been carrying, I don't have it on me, shulker box around and trying to, as I get maps built, put them into that thing in the right order. You know, tall and wide. However, and I can't apparently get this damn thing. I don't have anything to stand on because of that. Apparently I need to... I got it up there somehow, but it's not letting me get it back. I think, if I can even figure out which map that technically is, that it's not that one, so we know that now. Okay, this isn't, it turns out you can rename these. I wasn't sure about that, so that can go back there for a sec. I guess what I'm thinking is, first of all, we want to sort of plot out about what we have in... This is laggy already. You gonna give me that? Pick it up. I don't care. Yay. Pick up the... Angriest I ever get in the world is at a video game that's lagging. So, we can rename these, so we could... I think the process that we're going to want to try to follow is rough out approximately, you know, if this is here, if we go this far to the south and get halfway through the witch factory, well, the witch factory itself is right there, but the whole quarry. Figure from there we go another half a kilometer, which at 128, I mean, that's just basically 4 tiles. It would be 512. I mean, it's a rough number, it's arbitrary, but it's about what it is from there to there. So if we figure from that to here is about 4 tiles, just to begin to incorporate both of those, and that is just right on the edge of the bottom of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically we want this thing to be at least twice this height. Width isn't too bad, I guess. I mean, we could make it bigger, but then we'd be making it bigger. It never ends when you start that. And we still have all this. Some of it we do know what's there, or at least have flown over it or something, but we could fill it all in with, for sure that's what exists. So I think probably that. I think we just sort of take what we have, double the height. Throw item frames all over it. And as we pull these down to start manipulating, well, and the reason to factor for I guess it doesn't make that much difference if we're not expecting to go much further north than we have for this map. Like if we do, we could do another map somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. I think what we first, let me get some stuff. We can just use that prismarine stuff. I'm fine with it. We're gonna like build a border around it of some kind to make sure nothing spawns on top of it, or have it inside the house so it's part of a wall that nothing spawns on top of it. It doesn't really matter that much. What matters is I need some material that I don't have on me. I know where it is. If we have, just give me whatever. Well, yeah, that. Well, maybe not. It'll stay. This is more than I need. Let's. I don't have any scaffolding, which might be why I'm happy.
It's not in.
I just don't have it on. No, no, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I was working on stuff and I tore down the scaffolds so many times I lost most of it. In the end, I think I had like 9 of them left, and I just abandoned them to make room for holding maps.
I'm gonna go get some.
Well, now I can do it because I've got a reason.
Okay.
Give me that for a sec if I can take off. Because I was going to mention something relatively funny. What are these? These are still the cheap ones. Or yeah, I'm using those up. Now that I've got a backpack full of like 27 stacks of the level 3s.
I'm probably going to need more of those.
Yeah, well, you can have some of these. I'm not using them for much. So, please get up, please get up, please get up. I didn't bother recording this. It's a cow bouncer. Because assembling it was 20 seconds. Put down a box, hopper, water on the hopper, glass, 2 things high on each of 4 sides. Getting the cows in there was more like 20 minutes of getting 2 cows that didn't want to go in, and so putting a piston over here and moving the glass over so they could halfway fall in, and then smooshing, and they kept not wanting to both be in even that at the same. But anyway, here's what happens: is well, arguably is what happened. I don't know when the last time I got fed was, but if you go up here and probably lose this for a sec, yeah, you can do it. Just kind of feed them all as a big clump, trying to get. Apparently, I fed one, and there's another. And as they breed, there's 24 of them in there at any given time, which is how many there can be if you. I guess I had fed 4 of them overall. If they have a kid, the way the game translates crush dynamics, the kid lives, the adult dies, and the adult dying gives you goodies. Not as much as hitting them with a sword that has looting, but you don't have to kill them if they just kill themselves. It's the opposite of Epstein. So, that's what I heard. Anyway, so that's that. I came here for something apart from that. I wanted some I don't know if I have any scaffolds, like, in the world. I could just make some. They're not difficult. Let me just check. I don't know. There might be like a stack of scaffolds in here somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. There's the piston. I don't just see any, so I might just make some. Oh, there's 13 of them. I guess that's something. Is that all of them, or I guess? Yeah, it would. It doesn't matter. We can get more later. So with scaffolds in hand, we fly off into the sunset. And, yeah, I want to raise the top of this thing. And I guess throw frames onto it, because that makes it... Oh, that was stupid. I mean, that makes it a little easier to do. Oh, apparently I also want to take a... Where are you?
Near the bed.
Oh, damn it. Lag just annoys me. See if I can go to bed without firing a rocket. Well, no, because it's not actually nighttime. I guess I got here too soon. You're like, what, over there?
Yeah. I'm building up more.
Oh, over
money.
yeah, okay, gotcha. Right. What the hell ever? Eat a fish. Which, by the way, we can throw the. I guess we have been a bit throwing the. There are villagers who will buy raw beef, but given what villagers will buy in general, money is never going to be a problem. I think I'd rather just cook the stuff because it's like twice as good as cooked fish. Steak is twice as good. As far as nutrition, if we ever figure out where the hell honeybees might be, apparently those are awesome because you can eat when you're not hungry, which is what I do now. But you want to talk first world problems? One of my biggest issues is when I wish I were hungry. It's like, oh, that looks good.
Sleepy time.
Now I have to sit here staring at something that looks yummy until I'm hungry. Because right now I'm not hungry, so I'll eat it anyway. It's alright, my metabolism allows for it. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, let's build up. This whole thing is going to be a little awkward. I mean, there's a lag, so it's a lot awkward. Just because, as it is now, you just saw, I mean, it's a little hard to reach some of this stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, not that many. Get up here. Let's start with 2. Another, I guess we're leaving it here, why not? I'm not even sure it's actually wide enough, like, you know, but I could add more that way and get something out of it, but we'll start with what we have and see what we get. Yeah, I got way more of these than I really needed, but okay. And then we gotta somehow put item frames on the side of this, even though there's no reaching it. We also have to have enough item frames, incidentally.
Working on that.
Okay.
I'm bringing over blank maps now.
I'm pretty sure again, out of here, that's not going to help me with the next part. Let me, see, this is the problem. Well, it's a problem, and it's really hard to... You can't stand... Half my problem, most of my problem was scaffolds. I guess that's not what I meant. Let me lose all these for a minute. Give me those. Okay. Give me that. Yeah, here's my problem with scaffolds, is you can't... The base that you build up, you can't shift stand on it to place. Not that I have to shift anything really at the moment, so maybe I'll be okay. Let's, oh, I can't do that, can I? Oh, I can. I sort of assumed that I couldn't, but, that's good because I don't want to cover things up while I'm working. Those can be, for now, those can be covered, is not a problem. Is that how far I can go? Okay. So after that, we have to figure something out. Give me these, and we'll just put these on the wall. And I guess we're just prescribing, what? Oh, yeah, I don't care. You know how big we're going with this. Even so, well, here's what I'm thinking with the confusion of these maps. Anvils are fairly portable. Technically carry them with you and set them down almost anywhere. So, what we can do is rename each map tile, each map really, as a coordinate grid, so that we have a relative, basically a spreadsheet. Now that maps aren't much of a thing. So that was like a third of what we need. So we need at least another stack of those things if you have them.
Like I said, I'm working on it.
Okay. And then, well, actually, that would have been pretty handy. Yeah, let's just set that here and get up the thing, and I'll just be in position to do the next bit. Oh, and there is the missile, because of course it does.
Feed the cows.
Fall down crunch. Yeah, I don't know, apart from counting, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we need 69 more of these things, I think. If you have those sometime.
I'm gonna have, hold on. I'm bad at this.
Oh, more scaffolds when you know. Go ahead and get those in place, and I'll just move over that part when I can. I guess for now, well, let me have the anvil. I don't have the anvil.
Got 46 more.
Okay. That's half of what we want, ish. I mean, good. Set that down where I can have it. This is going to take, like, all of my experience, I suppose. So what I'm thinking is you move the, like, this, well, whatever the spawn point one is. Let me check. This one. So that could just be A1, you know, and then A2, A3, etc. But if I want to allow for expansion, I might want to kick it up a little bit. So let's just call this, actually I'll leave spawn point because it's got a, there's something to consider. I'll just call it E1. Actually, I might want to call it, do you think we're going to expand, map out? You know, let's just go A1. What the hell? I don't care. That seems logical. So that's A1. And then I can put that, no I can't. I can maybe, I don't know, I've never tried something. Let me try it. For all I know, if I put this in upside down, it'll be upside down. In theory, you could rotate these, I guess. I don't know, let's find out. If I put that there, can I? Okay, and then how's that look? I assume it's not upside down, because that would be pretty weird. It looks right. Okay. So A1 is there. So this end would be A2. Which can just be, I don't care what's on it really, I'll just call it A2. And that'll go, you know, up there. Which is a trick, because then I have to fly up there again. So, we might, are you putting in the frames?
Yes.
Good, okay. You see where they all go. You know what I could really use is something I don't have on me. Is a that's map colored, right? Lag. Okay. Throw this down where I can get to it. And now that that's labeled, it's a lot, you know, obviously A3, A4, etc. But it's a little easier to keep track of it, because it's pretty hard to get it wrong when they're labeled. It's just when it just says map number 25. I don't know what the hell that means. So we'll just call this one A3, using an experience point, so I can do 47 more of these before I have to swat something. Which is okay. It's not a big deal. A4 is right here, and give me that and go away with it. A5. And I really have to do these one. Well, I don't have to if I can keep track of where they end up. But since that's where the problems start, I don't really want to try that. A5 goes in the box. A6, because some of these are just water, and I mean when you have a lot of land masses, you can really kind of tell with enough looking at it. Does it say 6? Is that what I just said? I hope so. Okay. The Corsair map, I think. Was the A7 the Corsair, or was it? That sounds right. A fighter plane. It doesn't really. If you want to see one now, you have to go to the suburbs of the Middle East where they're still using those, and some MiGs from 1961. A8 is right here. I hope. Come on. A8. 9. Yeah, it's like F4 Phantom, F3 Intruder, F5, I don't know, it's been a long time. Oh, that was 9, right? Okay. Oh, you know, when we get up to the F35, it'll be over budget. So I can't, I guess I can just break this, it doesn't really matter. A10, which is a tank smasher. The A10, yeah, give me, A10 goes there. Let me see what yeah, I'm just gonna put these here, and you can tear them down and use them however you want.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, Dale. Stop it. So this is A11, which I can't apparently have. And goes in the box, if I can see the box. And then we start moving things because I have to walk a lot and that's just not right. Yeah, these, by the way, all the markers are just banners we got in the end. We also have banners from raids, you know, the little bannerman drop things. I'm not entirely, I guess that is where I am, it's 12, right? A 12. And goes in the box. I keep thinking that I'm starting over on the next row, and I'm wrong. A 13, I think, because I just said 12. So yeah, this is a little annoying, but well, it's a lot annoying. Right? Goes in the box, and then it's a 14 when I get it. Goes in the box, and the box, of course, only goes up to A27. Or well, that's A2 because A1 is in place, so I guess it'd be 28. Oh, I just settled in numbers. What the hell? 14. 15, or F15 would be like Starscream. Gimme. A15, I think. I mean, if I'm wrong, it's not the end of the world, but now that I'm down to 35, I don't have that many chances to be wrong and get anything done before I have to go find some experience somewhere. So that's Starscream, right? Yeah, okay, well, not really. Was there, I don't think there ever was an A15 plane. There may, I don't know, there might be, I can't think of what it would have been. 16. Which the F-16 was not a good plane. I didn't like it. 17. And I suppose at some point we will be doing an F row. That's the point of calling these A and moving up. We'll get down to H. 18 then is, I think, next. A18. 32 more of these to go until I can't, and then you get to do it, which is going to be interesting.
No.
Yeah, you've got that. It's not strictly dyslexia, it's the other dyscalculia.
Yeah, the thing where numbers don't make sense.
Well, I think that's just being normal. I hope I got that right because I was talking. Yeah, that's good. And then 20 is here, perhaps. Go. Pick up. Get the thing. A20. Oh, because I have to. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. 20 goes right there. 21. Goes in the box. 22. And then, what's going to be a little awkward overall, I mean, it's not going to be that bad because we'll see where it was supposed to be. But if we do want to build up on the maps, that was 22. We're going to want to, like I said, take down the one to carry with us to know when we get to the... You can just plot it out mathematically, I guess, but the problem is we'd have to know, at minimum, we'd have to know exactly where A1 up there is. And it's like 194, 191. It's a whole big thing. And then add 128, which, well, with you can't even label a map. Adding 128 to things is basically just base 8, but it's still a bit messy. So I'd rather take the map with me and be sure, because if you open a new map in an existing map area, you just clone it. It's not good. And there's no way I know up to wash these. Like the banner I could clean out, I can make it just white. I don't know if you can put these in a cauldron and wash them off. I'm not aware of it.
I haven't seen anything. I looked around online when you mentioned it, and it looks like possibly the only way to do it is to delete some reference in
I don't
something.
want to, yeah, that's at that point you just delete and then you say /give player dragon egg or something. And my weapons on right. I missed. How did I miss? What the hell? Okay, the hell, I tried.
I am working on selling off wool
Okay.
to build up more money to get more map stuff.
Oh yeah, we're just buying things. Sit down. God damn, stupid thing of stupidity. Give me the hell out of that. Damn it. Stop lagging. Get away from me. A2. Oh, what the hell? What could possibly have just... I can't even see around this stupid thing. Can I do this with my left hand? Okay, good. 3. Okay, what if I shift click it? Okay. 4. And yeah, now it's just... If you can call this easy, that's what it is relative to what it was before. A5, and you know, if you miss one, I'm pretty sure it'll be evident when you notice there's a big gap in the whole, you know, even from up here. Eat the fish. Yeah, as a thought, give me that. A6. Oh, you put it there like an idiot. A7. Oh, do we have... Or is this... We need more frames.
Yeah.
No, I mean like in the next minute.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Tank Smasher, Warthog, whatever.
Uh-oh.
11... 12... 13... 14... Fall the hell down, because why not? Apparently scaffolds aren't really what I hate so much as gravity. 15 goes somewhere. 16... So you were circling for a landing. 17...
Okay. Hmm.
18, 19. Your fault.
Working on it. I'm stealing from below.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Just climb up here and you can hang over the edge and put them in place, I think.
One short.
Why would you... Whatever.
What?
Not you. I picked up the box and it went into slot 6. I picked up the map and it went into slot 9, and I can't figure out why that made sense to anyone ever. 22, 23. Okay, now I'm a little confused about something. Did we just not have that filled all the way out?
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, okay. Bedtime. Oh, wait. Put the fish where it goes. Put that in there. It's faster to fly once I set it up than it is to walk. So, you know, there's that. Safest way to travel, crunch. Alright, so now we just have to do that 7 more times. Ish, plus map out some stuff. And it's just going to be a while.
Yeah. And one row took a lot of time.
It did, because we're actually 6 minutes over time.
Yep.
So, would you not suck? Jess, what the hell?
It doesn't know how.
I'm getting that. I don't even know who to blame. So I know now a row is, well, apart from those last two, which we'll just have to do some. Which means I'll pull down whatever that was, 22, 23. Take it with me in a couple of maps. Fly the hell over to where until I'm on the map, and then I do it now, but it's going to be 10 minutes at least, and just, I'm not going to do it now. But that's the plan. So, yeah, well, I mean, it's coming together. I mean, it's a long process for I don't even know what the point really is, except that I wouldn't hate being able to, when it's done, glance at this. It's like, we want to go from here to there. We can fly, we can go through the nether, we can take a boat, whatever we want to do. So, you know, we'll work on that for next time, I guess. So we'll see you then. So, bye.